Okay, this first video is section 0.1, order of operations. So you guys might have learned PEMDAS for order of operations, and that's a good start, but you have to be careful because with multiplication and division, it's whatever comes first, and the same with addition, subtraction. So you can use PEMDAS, just remember those two caveats. All right, so let's do some examples here using basically, well, I'm using PEMDAS, but with that caveat. So I'll zoom in on this first one. 5 minus 2 times 7. It's really tempting to want to do that subtraction first because it comes first, but multiplication or division always are going to come before addition or subtraction. So I'm going to need to multiply that 2 times 7, which is 14, first. So I get 5 minus 14. And then you can pop that into your calculator if you don't already know that 5 minus 14 is -9. All right, part B. 2 minus 3 plus 4. So with addition and subtraction, it's whatever comes first. Those are the only two operations. So I'm going to subtract first. 2 minus 3 is -1, and then add 4. And -1 plus 4 is just 3. C, 20 divided by 5 times 2. Again, it's just multiplication and division, so I want to do whatever comes first. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and then multiplied by 2 gives me 8. You can see that if you did it the other way, 5 times 2 first, and then 20 divided by 10 would be 2. You get a drastically different answer. All right, D. So parentheses, there's nothing tricky about that. We just want to make sure that we do those first. We have 14 minus 2, parentheses 3, plus 4, close parentheses. 3 plus 4 is 7, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And that pen's a little thick, so let me see if I can, go with a thinner one. And now I want to do multiplication first, so we get 14 minus 14, that's better, which is 0. E has 2 sets of parentheses, so 18 minus 8 is just 10, 5 minus 3, 2, and then there's division between them. 10 divided by 2 is 5. F. Now this one, we have to be careful. I even made this mistake in the video the first time I recorded this. This bottom is 2 times 5, which is 10. It's not 2.5, which is easy to make that mistake. So I'm going to go ahead, because you can do this, let me explain. So I'm going to write a 10 here just so I don't mess that up. But whatever I do down in the bottom isn't affecting the top. So you just want to clean up the top, clean up the bottom, and then your last step will be division. So I see that I have a parenthesis in the top, and you might be thinking, well, maybe you should have done that first. It actually won't matter because what I did in the bottom didn't affect the top at all. All right, so I've got 1.04 squared times 1,000 and then divided by 10. So I recommend using Desmos. Actually, this is still Desmos, but it's the test mode. And I'm using that because that way I have the scientific calculator. It's fine to use the graphing calculator, I just didn't want extra stuff. So in this calculator, or whatever calculator you have, you want to type in 1.04, and then there's a little squared key here. And Desmos tells me that that is 1.0816. 1,000 times 1.0816. divided by 10. And then if I take that number that I got in Desmos, so 1.0816, oh, for some reason it's not getting everything that I'm typing in here. It doesn't like my pencil. And I multiply that by 1,000. It's 1081.6. And then we finally divide that by 10. So going back to calculator, there's no shame in using calculator. So 1081.6 divided by 10 is 108.16.